Hi everyone and welcome to today's morning report on Friday the 24th of October with me, Richard Perry, market analyst at Handtech Markets. These European markets have actually started on the back foot again, and that's broadly because of another case of Ebola in the States, this time in New York, but it's been announced that it's fairly well contained, and there's a doctor that's in hospital, and there's no real issue of it spreading, but the flight to safety seems to have hit the equity markets today. European equities down around 0.5% across the board. DAX, FTSE and CAC all around 0.5% down. And that sort of takes into account also a bit of a decline off the highs yesterday from Wall Street. Having said that, the Wall Street markets were still fairly positive into the close. S&P 500 up 1.2%, and also within that we've seen the VIX starting to come down again, starting to settle a bit, and it looks pretty much now well entrenched below that 20 mark, and it looks pretty solid. In terms of the dollar and Forex pairs, pretty much flat today, not really any real movement. And that's coming, basically, there's a few things that we've got lying ahead of us. We've got the UK GDP that is forecast to come out at 9:30. That's actually expected to just dip slightly to 0.7%. But I think probably more importantly, the European stress tests get announced at the weekend. The results of the European stress test of the banks, and that could have a significant impact on the dollar, and also hence on the euro, and hence on the dollar. So I think maybe that could be another reason why these forex markets are a little bit basically in search of direction today. Furthermore, what we have this afternoon is the US home sales, new home sales this time. Actually expected to dip slightly, about to 470,000, which is around about a 6% dip, 6-7% dip. So, but you can see that on this chart that the new home sales have certainly started to move higher, and on a net basis, it still continues to improve. So, any sort of improvement or any sort of number that comes up above that 450 mark, you'd say was probably a decent number still. 460 was certainly a bit of a breakout level. So it seems to be that the number certainly is improving there. That sort of takes me to my chart of the day, which today is the Kiwi dollar. I've been looking at this Kiwi dollar, and actually you look at this chart, interestingly, that I think it looks very similar in a way to that of cable, whereby we've had this recovery back towards this downtrend. It slightly did sort of poke out above that downtrend, but then just sharply down again. And it's now testing this key support level around 77.90. And it looks like the momentum indicators are certainly taking a turn for the worse. Those stochastics are now falling quite sharply, and I think that this is now going to put pressure on the downside. Any sort of rebound looks like it's a chance to sell on the Kiwi. This is on the hourly chart. It certainly looks like the recovery has rolled over. Look at all these moving averages on the hourly chart, certainly now beginning to deteriorate, and also the momentum indicators across the board as well. MACD lines camped very strongly below neutral, and RSI only just really unwinding back to 50 as well. So it looks like any sort of rebound in this Kiwi is going to probably be seeing as selling pressure coming back in. You'd be looking at probably that reaction high at 78.70 being a bit of a resistance, and also around the 79 area, between 79 and 79.10 seems to be a resistance as well. So any sort of rebound towards those sort of areas, I think, could well start to flounder and then put pressure back on that 78 figure level. And if that 78 figure level is broken, then it certainly looks like we'll be retesting those lows once again, and that is a critical low at 77 big figure that we need to be just mindful of. So it just looks like further pressure on these commodity currencies, as the Kiwi is just slightly bouncing, but I think it's just an initial bit of support before further weakness in due course. Anyway, I wish you good luck in your trading today on the Kiwi, and I will speak to you later. Thank you.